In times of economic recession and financial hardship, some people are totally fine. In fact, not just fine, some people are actually prospering even in hardship. This is what we are going to be talking about in this video: how to prosper in recession and economic hardship. Hello and welcome. This is Dr. Obed. Here we'll talk about personal finance and wealth building. So today we are going to be talking about how to prosper in hardship and economic recession. You see, the word economic recession, depression, inflation, high cost of living, these are words that are not alien to a regular adult, especially in Nigeria this period. There is high cost of living, fuel prices have skyrocketed, food prices are going up the roof, people are complaining, they've even gone on strike and come back, blaming the government and government policies. A lot of things are happening and people are actually suffering. But one thing is funny though, even during this period, some people are totally fine and some of them are even increasing financially, prospering even in this kind of economic hardship. So how is it that some people are suffering? There is hunger in the land, but some people are totally okay. And I'm not talking about evil people, fraudsters, or corrupt politicians who loot public funds and all. I'm talking about people who are doing legitimate business and who are into legitimate jobs. So how do you not only survive in recession but actually grow and prosper even in recession? Now, the idea of how to prosper in economic recession is to focus on your personal economy. That is it. You need to be intentional about your personal economy. That is how you not only survive, but you actually thrive in times like this. You see, the economy is, in very simple terms, defined as a location where goods and services are produced and are consumed. And in between the production and the consumption of those goods and services, there is trade and distribution of those goods and services. There must be some goods and services available to be consumed in order to sustain humanity. That is basically what the economy is about. So the global economy is talking about the amount of goods and services produced and the amount consumed in the world. There is also the national economy, which includes all the goods produced and consumed in the country. There is even the local economy, which includes the goods and services produced and consumed within your location, within your town or your small city where you stay. However, what is most important and that concerns you the most is your personal economy, which involves the amount of goods and services you produce and the amount of goods and services you consume. So economic recession or hardship actually means that the amount of goods and services being produced is less than the amount currently needed for consumption. That means that since the goods and services are little compared to the amount needed to be consumed, there is now a higher cost of getting the goods and services, which means many people who have little money cannot afford the goods and services. Prices are now going up. So your personal economy basically means the difference between the goods and services you are producing and the goods and services you are consuming. So in order for you to survive and thrive in recession, you must ensure that you are producing more value than you are consuming. So if you are consuming more than you are producing, you are going to be in financial crisis. But if, for example, you need just 1,000 worth of goods and services to survive in a day, but you are producing hundreds of thousands of goods and services, that means you are in economic prosperity, irrespective of what is happening around the world, or what is happening even in your locality. So your personal economy matters more to you than what is going on in the nation or in the globe, because it is how you are able to afford your lifestyle. The truth is that a lot of persons are actually producing less value than they are consuming, and the deficit is usually made up by the government or even some relatives or some other sources of income that is helping to complete the deficit that they are consuming. You have to find a way to ensure that you are producing more value than you are consuming. That means that your personal economy is healthy. That is very important. During COVID and the lockdowns, I realized that some businesses are way more valuable than we think. For example, during the pandemic, people were still eating. It does not matter whether you had a lot of money or had little, you must find a way to eat. People were still paying their rents. There must be roof over your head. People still needed to do certain things, and so they were still spending, irrespective of the fact that money was not circulating enough. You see, in recession, it's not that money is not flowing at all, it's just that it's not flowing as much as before. So if ever money is exchanging hands, it means that people are earning. So even in recession, people must earn. That means in order for you to survive and thrive, you must put yourself in a position where you must always earn, even if there is a recession. That means you should be in a recession-proof environment, industry, or business, as the case may be. Restaurant owners, for example, health workers, these were people who, even in recession, their jobs were safe. They were even looking for more people that will join the health force. Now, I'm not saying you must be in the essential workforce, but you must find a way to recession-proof your finances, whether it is the business that you do or even an alternative source of income that people must spend on, even if they don't have a lot of money. There are businesses like that where, irrespective of what is going on, the business must sell because people must buy those essential things. So you have to find a way to put yourself in that kind of atmosphere. For example, during the COVID lockdown, businesses like Netflix, Zoom, Amazon exploded in sales. They were making billions of dollars because they were in a kind of industry that prospers in recession. So you can find a way to build a source of income that is recession proof, so that no matter what is going on, your personal economy is preserved. Take for example, currently now in Nigeria, the rate of dollar to naira is 1,650 naira per dollar, as against around 500 and something naira per dollar about 3 years ago. Now that means that for people who are earning in dollars here in Nigeria, people who are into remote work, freelancers, bloggers, affiliate marketers, Amazon KDP, a lot of persons who earn legitimately in dollars, they are smiling to the bank. So as the dollar rate is increasing, they are even happy that it is increasing. Now, you may say that the cost of living is also increasing to wipe out their gains, but look at it that there are people who are living in Nigeria earning in naira whose salaries have not increased one bit, even as the dollar rate and the cost of living is increasing. So yes, some people are smiling to the bank even in this kind of recession. So you have to find a way to insert yourself in that kind of industry, develop that skill that will help you earn even in recession. If you can handle your personal economy and strengthen it, you will not be among the people who are complaining and blaming the government. Now, the truth is that focusing on your personal economy is something you should do whether in or out of recession. However, it becomes even more important during recession, because in recession a lot of things can happen. There are some persons who may get to lose their jobs, or their sources of income will reduce drastically because of the recession. That is why it's even more important to focus on your personal economy in times of hardship and economic meltdown. If you are able to focus on your personal economy, you will realize that growing your personal economy may require you starting a business, even employing other people whose personal economies are now also increased because of your own personal economy. And if enough persons have their personal economies in the green, it helps the local economy to come out of recession, which in turn helps the national economy and of course the global economy. That is how the world can come out of recession, through many different persons handling their personal economies. But if you are not able to sort out your personal economy, that means you're not helping yourself and you're not helping anyone. You can only complain and murmur, but your life will not be better by complaining and murmuring. But if you are able to concentrate on your personal economy, find out what you can do to create value, way more value than the amount of energy you need to survive. You should ensure that you are doing something that is so valuable that people are paying you more money than the money you need to survive. And that is how you thrive in a recession. Look at the local economy. What is it that you can produce? What goods or what services can you offer that people can pay for and people will pay for even in recession? That is what you should focus on. That is what will help your personal economy to come out of recession, and not join the people who are complaining, blaming the government, but are not doing anything actively to better their situation. Do something about your situation. Focus on your personal economy and grow it until you come out of recession. That is how to survive, thrive, and prosper even in economic hardship. Thank you, and please do subscribe to this channel. See you in this next video.